tries the right cup, he says, "That's Coke, this is a stupid test." Tried the left cup, he says, "It tastes like more goat piss." I said, 2 for 2. Fucker. So I could never figure out why the Raisin Bran people, their marketing campaign, they advertise that they put 2 scoops of raisins in every box. Let's just get a bigger scoop. Anybody have get in this dilemma ever where you can't decide between the Heimlich maneuver and the slightly more radical emergency tracheotomy in a choking situation? No. It's me. It's really hard to practice an emergency tracheotomy, so what I do, I go out to wing nights on Tuesday. So last week, there was some choking going on behind me, a couple, I wipe knife off on my pants, jump up on their table. I barely inserted the knife into the woman's throat. Guy stood out the chicken wing. Worked fucking beautiful. I'll leave you, my time's up, I'll leave you with one final thought. All my life, I've bought craft dinner, I've been buying it for a really long time. But they're really pissing me off. Every time I open a box, it's always the same price. A bag of cheese. Thank you very much.
John Curry. Talking about the dumb slogan.
Okay, now show me where you cut your hair. No, point to it. Show me where you did your good haircut. Okay, and Grandma told you to do it. You're sure? So when I ask Grandma, Grandma's going to say, "I told him to cut his own hair." You're sure? So what did she say exactly? What did she say to you? She said, "Huey, get in the bathroom and cut your hair." Something like that? And did she put the scissors in your hand? She did? And she said, "Cut it or else"? She did? And she said, "You can't go to a barber's, you have to cut it yourself"? You're sure? She said all that? And she made you do it in the bathroom? And wouldn't give you a mirror? No? You wanted a mirror though, didn't you, so you could do it right? But she said no mirror, right? You're sure now? All that's true, right? You're sure? No questions about it. So it's Grandma's fault. Yeah. So you're mad at Grandma for telling you to cut your hair, right? So what are you going to tell her? So you're going to tell her not to tell you that anymore? Okay. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Did you hear that? I'm watching you, Keggy. Okay. Now, I have to bring you into focus. Okay, here we go. Now, you have to explain this makeup job you did on your face.
All I did was put it on like that.
And what is it you put on there?
Face powder.
Face powder. So is it mostly supposed to be on your eyebrows?
So that is turn on your face.
Right, but you didn't. I noticed you didn't put it on all of your face, just on your eyebrows. So is that where it mainly goes?
No.
So where should it go?
On my face.
Yeah, whereabouts?
My cheeks.
On your cheeks. Okay.
My forehead.
Yeah. And you did this without a mirror.
Because I couldn't find one.
But does it matter when you put makeup on whether you have a mirror or not?
No.
No. Why? Because you know how to do it.
Yeah.
So, have you made yourself look more beautiful or what?
Yeah.
So that's an improvement. Are you thinking about wearing it to school?
No.
No? Why not?
It'll look goofy.
Really? But it looks fine right now. I'm over here.
Come on. Yeah. I can.
Thank you. A little depressed because on the way down here I heard on the radio, I'm not sure if you heard this, 95-year-old man in Miami beat up his 87-year-old wife, actually beat her to death. You ever hear that? Gotta ask yourself, where are the parents in all this? Here's a little piece of wisdom. Something I actually live by, I don't just preach it. Whenever I get too drunk to drive home, I drive somewhere else. Seen this commercial for bacon strips? You know what bacon strips are? A little snack for your pets. The ad says your dog won't know it's not bacon. My dog doesn't know cabbage isn't bacon. You gotta pardon me, I'm coming down from the high that you heard the ad where Subway has doubled their menu. Yeah, they added to their toasted line one complete line of untoasted buns. So I went into one of their sandwich artists and I ordered a toasted sandwich. And I asked her to untoast it, please. Wasn't able to do that. Brown toaster was broken. Anyway, I heard on the radio the Guinness people announced that the largest human recorded penis ever is 13 inches. A little disconcerting. If I'm not human, what the fuck am I? And the U.S. Department of Agriculture announced this for 100 consecutive years. Little known fact, harmless barnyard farm animal, a pig, actually killed more people last year than sharks. Call me stupid, I didn't even know pigs could swim. We're bombarded by U.S. pharmaceutical ads all the time. So we're constantly seeing Cialis ads, Viagra ads. They don't actually advertise what the product is, they actually advertise their side effects. So Cialis says if the arousal period lasts more than 36 hours, call your doctor immediately. How about call the school and see how your kids are doing? Any U of T students, sir? Alumni? Anybody watch Wheel of Fortune? I'm living proof they should close that school down anyway. I got 2 business degrees there, they might as well give me a bowling trophy. But vegetarian folks. Went to a restaurant last week, ordered a plate of parsley, and said, "Garnish that, you bastards." So they did. Put a big pig in the corner of my plate. Bastards. So when I called in for reservations, I said to the girl, "I'd like a table for 2, please." She said, "Can you spell your name?" Yes.
If there's a problem, put me in the non-spelling section, goddammit. Saw a show last week on cholesterol. The announcer comes on at the beginning of the show and says, 1 out of 3 people watching the show will die of heart disease. No show's worth that kind of risk, folks. All my life, people come up to me, they say, eat this, it'll put hair in your chest. Eat this, it'll put hair in your chest. You have to trust me, I have sufficient hair in my chest. I was looking for the food that I've been eating that's putting hair on my back. For a long time I thought it was sweet potatoes, and I actually experimented on an ex-girlfriend. Turns out it just grew hair in her ass. I didn't say I didn't like it. So when I left her about 10 years ago, she was 107 pounds. Saw her recently, she's ballooned to 110 pounds. So she's going into Nutrisystem's because there was a sale on there, $1 a pound for every pound you lose. So I took them in $110 and asked them to lose her completely. So I do my own shopping. I go to the meat department. I see boneless, skinless chickens, and I figure they're better off dead. What kind of life could you lead, boneless and skinless? A bunch of cold, wobbly chickens. So I was around 16, I ran the Pepsi Challenge here in Toronto, and they tell you not to allow the Coke drinkers in if you can spot them because they're a bit fanatical, take their Coke seriously. This one kid had been bugging me all day, and I eventually gave in and let him take the test. I tried the right cup. He says, "This is Coke. This is a stupid test. I can tell Coke in my sleep." Tried the left cup. It tastes like warm goat piss. 2 for 2. Here's a time saver.
Just away from the TV there, Bup.
Daddy, Bob.
There.
Oh, come on, get closer than that.
Oh, now you gotta come closer. Okay.
The light is here, Bup, so.
Daddy,
Here, what? I'm looking over here, Bup. Come on. No.
Where's my truck?
Daddy, Daddy,
You want to see yourself?
Yeah. Let's see. Daddy,
That's what she looks like.
Dad.
Yeah.
It's not you found it. Cassie found it.
Oh, they have a picture.
Please. Can I get my close up now? And in the front.
How's it look?
Here's slick
My
back.
close up.
In the shower, okay.
Oh, and then
Turn around so you can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can talk. You want to talk? Don't get too close. You want to talk?
Hey, Katie wants to do, right?
You can't do.
Do.
Do you see yourself?
May have number.
You have a number?
Is that your mouth over there?
Can you say numbers? 1, 2, 3?
Can you say one? Is that number? Say one. Say one.
Can you, Peggy? Can you say Chechnya? Can you say Czechoslovakia? Can you say Russia? Nigeria? Zimbabwe? Cambodia? Cambodia? That's pretty good. Yeah, do you have puppy seeds?
Now can I hear from this one?
Are you done?
Nope.
Nope?
No.
Are you gonna
Ready
talk?
for your close-up? Yeah.
Can you say
Alaska?
Bosnia-Herzegovina? Okay.
Say Alaska. Alaska.
Bosnia, Herzegovina. No, let's see. Then pick it up, please. Chatty's going to show us how he does up shirt buttons because he's smarter than everybody put together, he says. And this is a perfect example of somebody who thinks you drink through your face. Look, he can't even work the straw up. He's trying, but he can't. This is a guy that's as smart as me and you put together, Buck, according to him.
Maybe he should lower the drink.
Maybe he should just get a new hole drilled in his forehead so he can put the straw in there. And it might match that neck that he can't seem to button up the collar on. But he's not sharing with his little sister. He's hiding his face in shame because of the way he buttons up his shirt. I don't blame him. He's going to kick over the coffee now. Look at the collar on this kid. Can you believe it?
You should have told me that before you turned it off.
I had to turn it off. I mean, you know, I had to.
We don't jump cars. You lock it up, it's close to home, right?
This funny joke. Taking food off the stick too long.
Not much I can do for you. You got somebody you can call? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to start.
I conducted some field sobriety test on him, based on my observations. He's probably close to the limit, but he's not over. And he said he lives around the corner here, or his cousin lives over there, so I'm gonna let him drive on over there. I guess his car's not gonna start. There's not much I can do for him. Now what are you trying to do?
Toronto, very, very funny man. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Charlie Curry. Bit of a downer on the way down, coming down to the comedy club. I heard on the radio, maybe you heard of this. Miami, 95-year-old man, 87-year-old wife, he beats her to death. Did you hear that? What's that all about? You gotta ask yourself, where are the parents in all this? So I'll give you a little piece of advice. I actually practice this. I don't just preach it. Whenever I get too drunk to drive home, I drive somewhere else. Ever seen these the commercials for these pet products, bacon strips? You know, bacon strips. They advertise that your dog won't know they're not bacon. My dog doesn't know cabbage isn't bacon. My kids enjoy them, They don't know cabbage isn't broccoli. So I heard on the radio, the Guinness people actually said that the largest recorded human penis ever is 13 inches. A little disconcerting. I'm not human, what the fuck am I? I woke up in a cold sweat last night. I had a dream I was in a comedy club with an empty front row and two ministers to my right. Wow. This looks familiar. You see, in Florida, you see there's a couple of shark attacks again this year. But the Department of Agriculture in the United States actually announced again that the pigs again killed more people last year than sharks did. Little known fact. Call me stupid, I didn't even know pigs could swim. Any U of T students here? Alumni? There we go. Don't clap too loud. I'm living proof they should close that school down. I got a biology degree there, a business degree. They might as well give me a bowling trophy. I'm a vegetarian, folks. Went into a restaurant last week, ordered a plate of parsley, and said, "Garnish that, you bastards." So they did. Put a big pig on the corner of my plate. When I called in for reservations, I said to the girl, "I'd like a table for two, please." She says, "Can you spell your name?" Yes. Didn't know spelling would be the criteria. It's a problem. Put me in the non-spelling section, guys. We get American drug commercials all the time. We can't advertise our drugs here, but Americans send up the ads for Viagra and Cialis night and day. So they don't actually advertise what the product does, they advertise the side effects. So Cialis says, if the arousal period lasts for more than 36 hours, call your doctor immediately. How about call the school to see if the kids are okay? No one has children here. Last week, announcer on the beginning of a show comes on. I'm watching a show on cholesterol. He says, one out of three people watching the show will die of heart disease. Turn the channel on that one, folks. No show's worth that kind of risk. All my life, people have come up to me and they say stupid things like, "Eat this, it'll put hair in your chest. Eat this, it'll put hair in your chest." You have to trust me, I have sufficient hair on my chest. I actually want to know what I've been eating is putting hair on my back. That's gross. You have no idea how gross it is. I actually experimented on an ex-girlfriend, and for a long time I thought it was sweet potatoes. Turns out it just grew hair in her ass. Didn't say I didn't like it. I left her about 10 years ago, but I saw her recently. She's gone from 107 pounds, she's ballooned up to 110 pounds. So she's gone into Nutrisystems. Apparently there's a sale on there, $1 a pound for every pound you lose. So I took them in $110 and asked them to lose her completely. Saw a little home remedy on Regis today. You see this? To get rid of the hiccups. You drink a glass of water from the opposite side of the cup. Sort of awkward. Then you do some crystal meth. I said crystal meth. When I was starting out shaving, they had single blade disposable razors. Then they came out with the Track two razors. So the first razor, they said in the commercial, was to pull the hair out, stretch it. The second razor would come along and cut it off below the root. So it would actually be below your skin. But now they have 3 blades and 4 blades. So I can only surmise that the third blade is to remove the top layer of your skin. The fourth blade is to remove your appendix. I'll leave you with one final thought, and the time's up here. The Kraft Dinner people are pissing me off. I've been buying Kraft Dinner for a lot of years. But every time I open a box, it's always the same price. A bag of cheese. Did I tell you the dream I had last week? No. Thank you very much.
Ford or Lincoln vehicles. And now, you get employee pricing, plus special offers and great financing.
Are you tape recording now?
Yeah. Okay, Kegs, let's see that dance move. Gonna do your jump?